Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Rodrigo here. I will be sharing the second part of the recovery training or physical therapy that you gotta follow in order to recover completely from a patellar tendon injury. Okay, this second part of the routine has to be done after being able to get to remove your immobilizer, right? So your doctor, after 1 month and a half, he will tell you to remove your immobilizer completely. So after that happens, you can follow this routine. The first thing you gotta consider is that you have to follow the RICE protocol, okay guys? Keep up with the RICE protocol, which is rest, ice, compression, and elevation. I'm using this knee band in order to compress. After doing this video, I'm gonna elevate my leg. I'm gonna apply some ice. And the rest part is where you sleep. You have to sleep at least 8 hours. I am sleeping right now 10 hours because I'm not working, okay? So I'm sleeping 10 hours every day in order to recover from this, okay? So it's important that you sleep, and recovery is really, really vital for muscle building and weight loss, and I'm gonna explain that in the next videos, in the next video series that I'm gonna share. So I'm gonna share right now the routine, and the first thing, the most important part of the routine is that you gotta get your range of motion back, okay? You gotta get that run back, okay? So since you've been immobilized for 1 month and a half, two things are gonna happen. Your leg is gonna be very stiff, and you're gonna lose quadriceps muscle, okay? So your quad is gonna get a lot smaller, okay? So we're gonna fight both of those things with this routine. But the first thing, the most important thing, is getting that range of motion back, okay? So if you're gonna neglect anything, it can be anything about this routine except this, okay? This is the most important part. If you don't flex your knee is gonna get stuck straight. So you're gonna walk funny the rest of your life. And you don't wanna do that, okay? So you gotta flex that knee. So the first thing you gotta do is sit and let your knee fall, okay? And then you gotta move it slowly, 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 slowly. It will hurt. I warn you about that. It will hurt, but you gotta slowly, slowly, slowly flex your knee, okay? And you gotta keep your knee flexed the most you can. Keep it there 10, 15 seconds, and then release. Once again, flex, release, flex, release, okay? The next exercise is here, okay? Your leg is straight. You're gonna bend your knee the most you can, because my leg, since I'm doing this process, that's all I can do. If you see the other leg can go over here. If I do that, it's gonna be really painful on this one. So this is my block right here. This is how stiff I am right now. So I'm gonna fight that. I keep that position 10 seconds, then I release, and then I do a quad set for 10 seconds here at the bottom, and then I do some ankle pumps while I count the 10 seconds. Once again, I flex, hold for 10 seconds at the top, release, do a quad set, and do some ankle pumps for another 10 seconds. And once again. And after doing 10 repetitions of that, rest the leg, and then you go with the follow-up, okay? And the follow-up is the next one. Okay, those two are for flexing the knee. Now I'm gonna show you two exercises to improve quadriceps strength. The first one is I'm gonna do an ankle pump. I'm gonna hold my ankle this way, and then I'm gonna go up with quadriceps strength. This is really painful for me right now. So that's gonna be really painful. As you can see, I can't do it to the top but I'm gonna slowly do it to the top, okay? I can't do it to the top, so I'm gonna go as up as I can and go down. That's one of the exercises. And the last one is a knee extension, okay? A normal knee extension without the weight. You probably seen this machine at the gym. So you sit up and then you just lift the leg and hold it in the air for a few seconds, and then you go back, you do it again. This one is the most painful, but you gotta do it. This one is the most important for knee strength, okay? So those are the exercises that you gotta follow. I would recommend doing it once in the morning, the whole routine, and then once at night. And after doing that routine, since you're gonna do effort, it's gonna get in, your knee is gonna get inflamed, put the ice pack, okay? After each exercise set, put the ice pack. Before the exercise, what I would recommend is using a hot towel or a hot pack. If you got a hot pack, you put the hot pack for 10-15 minutes before the exercises in order to make the exercises easier. That's gonna lesser the pain, okay? That's gonna reduce the pain in your knee, and it's gonna make the exercises a lot easier. So I recommend using a hot pack before the therapy and an ice pack after the therapy, okay? So that's pretty much it for this second part of the routine. I'm gonna be sharing the third part in the next video series, and I'm gonna be sharing a whole more tips with you guys, and you'll be seeing the whole process that I'll be following this few days. So I hope you like the content. Please follow and subscribe, and peace out, guys.